You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, man. Let's do it, man. Let's do our Super Bowl picks.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
so
good.
Super
Finally.
Bowl is happening. What time does the game even start? Let me look up the time. I want to say at 5. It's probably kickoff. 5:30 Central Time. So it is the Bengals and the Rams. Now let me look at the line here. Does it say the line? Man, over here on ESPN, they actually have that poll over there. 66.3% on ESPN's Football Power Index are picking the Rams. Now, I believe the line, Rams are 4-point favorites. So, Rhodes.
Yeah.
Who are you rolling with?
Well, I tell you what I have noticed. Almost everybody's going with the Rams. I mean, almost everybody.
Yeah, I haven't followed Pitts too much, but I kind of got that feeling.
I mean, I would say 2/3 maybe. It seems like something like that.
Let me stop real quick. Rams at home. They don't have a home field advantage. There's going to be a lot of Bengals fans there. Trust me.
They don't even have one during the year.
Even the Ram ambassador himself, the great Eric Dickerson, said, "LA is a Raiders town."
Yeah.
But go ahead,
I still say it was a huge mistake moving the Rams, but
they should have stayed in St. Louis.
An even bigger mistake pulling the Chargers out of San Diego. That's a damn disgrace. Okay, side tangent. Look, there's some matchups in this game that a lot of people aren't thinking about. Mike Hilton is pretty much the best slot cover corner in the game. He's a lockdown guy at slot, and it just so happens the Rams' number one wide receiver is a slot guy by the name of Cooper Kupp. So that's going to be a really interesting matchup. Now, everybody will bring up Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, he's a really good corner, but what he's not is a matchup corner. The Rams, generally speaking, almost never put him on the other team's best receiver. Okay. So, I mean, there's no just out and out clear advantage there. I mean, they're not going to put Ramsey necessarily on Jamar Chase. I'm sure everybody thought that. But you got T. Higgins, who is an absolute beast. A lot of people are sleeping on the second and third wideouts for the Bengals. I mean, Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins, I mean, they're excellent second and third wide receivers. You got Chase. Look, normally I would be like, look at the coach and look at the quarterback. And whichever team has the better advantage in those two areas have a pretty good chance of winning the game. Okay, well.
But who is the better quarterback in this?
I would
Stafford or Burrow?
I would give the edge at coach to Sean McVay.
I would too.
But I'll argue to the absolute death if Joe Burrow ain't already a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I would go with Burrow. It's close, but of course Burrow's upside is way higher than Matthew Stafford.
Joe Burrow looks more clutch to me. I mean, look, everybody come on this podcast, and I watched the chat fill up about how horrible Jimmy Garoppolo was because he threw interceptions. Do you know who led the league in interceptions this year? Matthew Stafford.
Right there, 17 picks.
Tied with Trevor Lawrence.
Who's a rookie.
Okay, plain and simple. Led the league in interceptions.
I will say this too, man. Just looking at this matchup on paper, the Rams should run away with this game because what is the biggest weakness of the Bengals? That offensive line against the Rams, man.
Yep.
Aaron Donald should have a field day. He should be the MVP going away because this is probably the most lopsided matchup in this Super Bowl. Probably the most lopsided matchup. I mean, just look what happened last year. The Chiefs' offensive line, atrocious, and they got steamrolled off the field.
Yeah, everybody was also picking the Chiefs last year going into that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
we saw what happened.
Yeah, but the thing is though, the Bengals offensive line has been bad all year. And you know what they kind of remind me of? They remind me of what, I'm a big Rocky fan. Reminds me what Duke told Apollo when Apollo said, I want to fight him again. Duke walked up to him and said, he's all wrong for us, babe. I saw you beat that man like nobody ever got beat. And the man kept coming after you.
Yeah.
We don't need that kind of man in our life. Let it go. Because they really remind me of Rocky Balboa, man.
Yeah.
Because Rocky get beat up first couple rounds or so, and he comes back. The Bengals have come back in like what? The last 2 games.
Well, and the thing about it is the Rams, they play a 5-man front pretty much always. And they've got one of the best lines in all of football, maybe the best line. There's an argument to be had for the 49ers in the entire NFL. Well, the Niners did beat the Bengals, but it was something like 31-28. It was a very close game. It come right down to the end. And there is one elixir for having a bad offensive line against a team that can get to the quarterback. And it's a running game, and Zach Taylor's not afraid to let Joe Mixon run it 25 times this weekend. He's not afraid to do that. They ran the hell out of the ball.
They're going to need a good balance of running, man, because with that line, man, they're going to have to run. I think they're probably going to have to run a little bit more than what they pass.
There's 2 scenarios here. The Rams win 42-10, or the Bengals win something like 27-26.
Yeah. If the Rams win, it'll be a blowout.
Yeah.
If the Bengals win, it'll be within a touchdown. Who you got, man?
I got Joe Burrow.
What's the score?
27-26. Bengals.
27-26, so 1-point game. Okay.
Rookie field goal kicker who's been an absolute stud at the end of the game is going to turn to his holder and is going to tell him, how do you feel to be a Super Bowl champ? And he's going to walk out there and punch it through for the win.
Oh, so they're going to be down by 2 at the last second, and then they're going to kick a field. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be I hope it's a hell of a game. I love Joe Burrow. I mean, he
is really growing on me. When they were talking about him as MVP, I was like, when Florida was talking about MVP, I was like, man, come on, man. Come on.
He's got
I've been watching, I've been paying more attention to him now.
I mean, look,
he's the real deal.
For all the Mahomes, Josh Allen talk, they better be on the look.
They better pay attention to this guy
over their shoulder for this cat. And people are not noticing. Joe Burrow is mobile as hell. He ran all over that team in that last game at the end.
He better be mobile because he's going to be running in this one. All right. My pick, man. I just gave you every single reason why this game should be a blowout. A blowout. I picked against the Bengals in the first 2 games. I picked against them. Now, I did pick them to beat the Chiefs because I started believing in this team. I'm going with the Rocky Balboa upset.
Do it.
I'm doing it, man. I'm going with the Rocky Balboa upset. There's something about this team. They can get down 10, and I'm not even going to run away from them because this team can come back. But, man, that offensive line, defensive line matchup should be one-sided. But I'm doing it, man. But you notice that the Bengals defense What they did to Patrick Mahomes in that second half was outstanding.
Their defense is good, dude. Their defense is good.
Their defense is good.
Yeah.
Up until that final Kansas City drive, the second half, Kansas City, I believe, had 34 yards of offense in that second half.
And a key note here, Matthew Stafford is very, very much due for the 2 interception, 1
I was
game.
about to bring that up, man.
Due
I was about
to have
bring
a
that up.
meltdown.
Yeah.
This is it. The meltdown.
All right. Score wise, I'm going to go 24-21 Bengals. Matthew Stafford is probably going to throw 2 interceptions. I mean, if that defense plays the way they did against Patrick Mahomes, it's going to be a long day for Stafford. So we're both picking the upset.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
And look, somewhere I'm sitting back, and I think this team is listening to all the BS that's being said about. Bill Simmons came out on his podcast this week and said the Bengals shouldn't even be here.
No.
They don't belong in this game. They're not. He was like, they're not better than the Chiefs. They're not better than the Titans. They just happen to win those games. He was like, they don't deserve to be here. I mean, he thinks the Rams are going to smoke them.
It ain't going to happen.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. No.
And for all those people that think that Odell's about to go out there and show his ass, Odell has had one good game, and it was the last one he's played in about the last 25 games. One good game, really and truly. And that was the one he just played. I wouldn't count on Odell for nothing. Now, look, if Robert Woods was not injured and he was still playing for the Rams right now, I'd probably pick the Rams because Robert Woods is way underrated at wide receiver.
Yep.
I take him every day of the week over Odell. Every day of the week.
I still believe, man, if Tampa Bay didn't have a mental breakdown on that last drive, I don't believe the Rams are actually in the Super Bowl. I believe Tampa Bay's in the Super Bowl right now.
I agree.
They blew the coverage, man, because Stafford, man, he got lucky. I mean, he was awful in that second half against Tampa Bay.
Well,
awful.
Look, if Tart catches an interception, it's the Niners and the Bengals right now.
True.
I mean,
and the Niners dominated that game, but it came down to it at the end. No, the Niners actually blew a 10-point lead. So,
thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.